Hi everybody, welcome to Human Services 142, and I'm your instructor. I'm Linda Gillespie, Dr. Linda Gillespie if you like a title, and that is Rosie, and she thinks she's part of my classes too. So every once in a while when I'm making a video, she decides she's going to take part in this. So you may see her and she'll be a surprise because she just jumped up here right now. Anyway, I'm glad you're taking the class. You should have heard from me by now, either a phone call or an email. If your phone number isn't right, I'd appreciate getting a correct phone number from you, and you can email that to me. What I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today is I'm going to talk to you about how you're going to do Human Services 142. First of all, you're going to get onto the computer and do your sign in for Blackboard. And when you get to Human Services 142, the first thing you'll see is Start Here. And I would like you to read Start Here because that tells you about the class and what we're going to be doing and how it's graded, and about the library and disability services and a lot of other things that are information that you really need to have to do class. So if you would start by looking at that, it'll give you all of the assignments that we're going to have, how many points they're worth. There's always a total in my classes of 100 points because I'm not really good with math and I don't like big numbers. So this class has 110 points, however. So you'll see your percentages of your grades in My Grades, which you'll see on Blackboard when we get to that part. Every week you'll have several assignments from me. You'll have a video which will review the class before and the work that you did and talk a little bit about, what you and your peers discovered. And every once in a while I may want to share somebody else's assignment with you. You'll also are going to find that you'll have a discussion question. And the discussion question is where you will have a topic and you'll discuss it online with your peers, and you'll have at least 2 times every week that you'll respond to the question. So be sure you check that, and if you have any problems, of course, I'm going to be more than willing to help you. I'll talk about that in a minute here. You're going to have a class exercise, which means it's from the book, and the book is in the bookstore. It's been ordered for quite a while, and I will expect you to have a copy of it. It is also on reserve in the library, so if you need to, you can go and use it there. In addition, you're going to have a critical thinking question, and these are very, very important because it's my assessment of you every week on whether or not that you did the work that was assigned and how you felt about it as you studied the question that was asked in that critical thinking question. So it requires that you use citations in your answers. You can do Google searches, you can do all kinds of things, you can even work with your peers. But it's up to you to document where you got the information that you have for that question. You'll also have a video every week that relates to psychosocial rehabilitation, and that video will be on the topic for that week, and it's something that you need to include in your critical thinking question. Now let me just say that psychosocial rehabilitation is the up-to-date way of providing behavioral health services to clients. That means that you're going to look at how you're involved in working with somebody who learns to be functional within the community. It's a little different than the old-fashioned just send them for therapy thought. It means that how do we get people out of their homes that they grew up in? How do we get them into the community and not homeless? How do we get them the help that they feel is what they need? Do they need housing? Do they need food? Do they need clothing? Do they need psychological help? Do they need medication? And it's up to those clients to work with you to help decide what it is that they need and the help that you need to refer them to after you and that client work together to come up with a plan about their lives. So it's a little different way of thinking. You can get me on the telephone almost 24 hours a day. You can also always get hold of me by email. And I love hearing from you, and that information on how to contact me is in Start Here. So as you get started this week, if you have any problems, call me and let me know what's going on. If it's a technical problem, I'll refer you to MJC. But if it's a problem about how to access Human Services 142, then I'm the one who's going to give you the answer on how to do that. So, as you see, Rose is still here. She and I welcome you to the class, and we're looking forward to working with you. And your class will open every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, and it will close every Monday at noon. So that means you have not quite a week to get all of your work done, and then you have 2 days in between where it gives me time to grade the assignments that will come in on Monday. I should have all your grades back to you by Tuesday. But if you have a question, you don't understand something, give me a call. And if I have a question and I don't understand something that you wrote, I may give you a call. So be prepared. It will be your instructor calling you. Just because it's online doesn't mean we won't be talking. Have a great week, and I hope this will be a great semester.